Hey folks, Moose here. So this video is for all of my fans out there. Yeah, I went there. Yeah, I've been pretty quiet this year because, in all honesty, I've kind of run out of stuff to scrap. I don't, the stuff that I get in, it's all the same kind of material, and I hesitate to put out the same videos over and over. Server blade, server blade, server blade, server blade. I imagine that would get kind of boring for you folks. So, even though I've already done a fan video before, this is the fan that was in my office at work, and it died on me. So I figured, what the heck? Copper prices are good right now, so why not scrap it? So I've already taken apart the power cable, which, while I was in the office, I figured, what the heck, I had a pair of scissors on my desk and just, stripped it with a pair of scissors while I was on the phone. So we are going to take this beast apart and see what's inside. So the things we're going to primarily look for are the copper motor in there, any wiring in here. That's pretty much it. It's fairly basic. You've got light iron on the caging. Yeah, let's take a look. Wire. Alright, so here comes the interesting part. A lot of grease on that. Alright, so this wire, this could be either copper or aluminum painted to look like copper, which is kind of a crappy trick on their part. So make sure you scratch it. Through that outer layer, see if it's white underneath or not, and it is not. So this is solid copper. Sweet. So now all we gotta do is figure out how to separate that. There's a screw hidden by dust somewhere. Oh, no, just a pin right there. And I know I'm really hard on my wire cutters. That's okay. Alright, so we've got this piece, which is solid iron, and it's got this piece right here, which is aluminum. Oh, no, it's not. I think the inner part of it is aluminum. Some scrapyards will take this as irony aluminum. I try to be nice to my scrapyards, and since there's so little aluminum on it, I just go with the steel. And shout out to Kitty Chomsky, the bigger hammer. There we go. Alright, so we got another piece of that aluminum or zinc or whatever the heck it could be. Pot metal, whatever. This one has a piece of iron on there, so you can either try and remove that or just throw it in with iron aluminum. They will buy it either way. Alright, so for this, I'm probably not going to film this part because it's going to take a little while, and I've made dozens of videos out there where you see how you do this, but you just put this in a vise, which mine is currently out of service. You clamp it in a vise like this, take a Sawzall, you cut down one side, this chunk of copper comes off, and then you just use a screwdriver and push through. You just push all these little things through the holes down there, and then it comes out, and you should have, you know, got at least a ½ pound of copper there. So you got that. There's no silver in these. So if you look inside there, there's no silver contacts. It's just a bar that has, when you push down, it makes contact. But yeah, I don't see any silver on them. Yep. So there goes probably like a brass or some kind of plated brass or copper. So that is light iron, I would say. And I guess that's it. So out of that one fan, we probably got maybe $5 worth of copper at today's prices, which is, you know, it's October 17, 2021. So I know these videos are up for forever, so I've had problems before where people are like, oh no, that's not that much amount of copper. It's like, well, that film was done in 2013 when copper was like $4 a pound, and then it dropped down to like $1 something. But you know what I'm talking about. So again, we've got some light iron and all the caging and those little inner parts of the fan motor, all the screws. We've got a handful of wire, which this is what the wire coming out was that I stripped to get this. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that button or that bell, whatever. And stay tuned. I've got a gold video coming out. I just tried to process 6.5 pounds of gold trim fingers. That is right now in the bucket. I used an old bottle of hydrochloric acid, and I don't know what's going on, but it's taken a really long time to digest. And then after that, I've got the big motor.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sorry to bother you. Do you live here?
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't see you were busy.
Well, that never happens. Alright, let's edit that out. Oh yeah, I was saying, so yeah, next up I've got this big motor over here. I've probably showed this to you guys a couple of times here. But yeah, so that I need to borrow my buddy's portaband to cut off some of the bolts and stuff like that to get in there. But that should be an interesting breakdown and melt. And hopefully, I mean, now that it's fall and it's cooled down, I'll have some melting videos to show you. I know I've got the foam casting I have to do. I'm going to be casting a friend of mine, his father, his mother passed away, and his father wanted to put something like this made out of metal on her tombstone. So I carved it out of foam as best as I could with a flat back so it would stick to the stone. And I'm going to be casting that out of aluminum, and that's coming up too. So again, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.